Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's always an honor to have you here with us. And we are so excited to begin the year sharing this wonderful training, which I believe will really give you a really good head start from everyone that are maybe sitting on the sidelines. Before we begin, Tammy and I always want to welcome every one of you here. I notice here Lenny from Grand Rising, welcome. Uh, let's see here. Video avatar solution. I know this is you, Esther. Welcome from Ghana. We have Abbasima. Welcome, I believe from probably Ghana. Let's see here. Flera, welcome. Great to have you here from Belgium. We have Inyonam from Ghana. We have Valérie Beaulieu. I'm assuming somewhere around Quebec or France. Let's see here. We have Money Make Mogul. Welcome. Great to have you here. We have Manjuha from India. We have Agatha from Cape Coast. That's a beautiful place. Emilio de la Cruz, welcome. Great to have you here. Dr. KOA, welcome. Happy anniversary. 5 year. I'm assuming you talk about your wedding anniversary, sir. welcome. Kim, welcome from Florida. Fortunate, great to have you here. Ashley, let's see, who else do we have? We have Gloria from Ghana. We have Francis from Ghana. We have Michelle. Great to have you here. Senna from Ghana. We have Agatha. We have Gideon. Great to have you here. I believe from Nigeria. Welcome. Oh, from Ghana. Sorry. Okay, we have here Benjamin. Welcome from Ghana. We have Landy from Ghana. We have Jacob from
lots of Ghana.
Accra. Yeah, lots of Ghana folks here. Great to have you guys here. Carlos, great to have you from Ghana. Let's see. Yes, I agree, Dr. K. The momentum is getting the energy. I feel it too. 2025 is going to be an awesome year. Mark Stevens, welcome. Great to have you here from Adeo. We have Bakshir from India. We have Albert. Great to have you here. Rebel Against Mediocrity. Welcome. Great to have you here from Toronto. That's our home city. Actually, we're happy to be in Daytona Beach right now. We have Jember, we have Mike, we have David, we have Windsor from Quebec. Marie-Paul, bonjour. I think Benjamin, I said. Randy, great to have you here from New Orleans, Louisiana. And we have Gluphilia. Well, great to have you here. Pauline, Pakash, and I'm trying to mention everybody here. We have Zabez, we have Courtney from Ontario, and Robert. Great to have you here, guys. We have a great presentation here for you here today, folks. What we're doing is we want to focus on the very first week. So we have multiple trainings every Saturdays that are going to be in line with the 90-day campaign. So every month, on that week, we're going to be covering a topic. And this topic here is taking the very first step. And before we begin, folks, let me just get rid of the screen for one moment here so I can focus on you. It's important that give yourself permission to fail. It happens. But the good news is failure is a step closer to success unless you stop trying. So there will be moments throughout this campaign where you may feel uncomfortable, questioning, second guessing yourself. Just give yourself permission and forgive yourself for whatever mistakes you may do or that's going to happen. It is totally normal. Building a business and any kind of business, they will always have ups and downs. You know, when they show you a line from bottom, a straight line, it's not a straight line, folks. It's a mess. That's the reality. But what's important is when you look from a period of time, when you start from the next segment, it should be high. It doesn't matter what you went through, but you understand what I mean by it doesn't matter. Understand that these are stages, but you should have a point higher than previous. In other words, you should keep moving forward. And the information that Tammy and I have to lay it out for you here for the entire 90 days, I'm telling you, folks, this is the kind of information that people will spend tens of thousands of dollars a year. And I'm actually being conservative to learn what we're going to teach you for free because you are a member of God Backup. We are paying it forward. We want you to succeed. But what's important is that you take action on those things. Don't just expect your upline to do things for you. Your upline is there to support you and help you. but understand that we're here to provide you the map, but you have to do the walking or the driving, following the map we're going to give you. Tammy, do you have any other things you want to add before we share the screen again?
Yeah, I mean, as you talk about, sometimes you're going to hit those walls. And what I recommend to do, things that have really worked for me, sometimes you just got to get out of the space that you're in and go work in another space. So sometimes, because we work a lot from home in our offices, and there's moments where you just get tired, right? So take breaks, you guys. 2 minutes, set a timer, go do something, go stand outside, get some energy, put your feet on the grass, get some energy, and just change your mindset, and then go back into an environment where you're in your working environment. And you might need to do that a few times a day, especially you full timers, because full time, it's a lot of focus. I mean, we've done so many 90-day sessions over many, many years, and we're so used to how we feel going through these, because it's intense, it's serious, but it's fun. And when the momentum starts to kick, that's when you're going to get excited. As you can see, a lot of the people that are on this session today, they're pumped. Dr. KOA, Enyonam, all the ones from Ghana that have been totally focused and hit some serious goals in the month of December. These guys are on target. They're on fire. And I always say, surround yourself with people who are on fire, right? You want to catch that energy. And that's why you want to show up every single Saturday, because you're going to get on fire again. And you need that. We all need that. We all need that energy. Okay. So you got to be doing this regularly. When you feel like you just got no more to give, do some jumping jacks, do something that's going to change your mind and get right back into it again.
Absolutely correct, Tammy. And folks, so let's begin session number one, taking the first step. And really, the whole point here is setting the tone for 2025. Of course, we could have started on Monday, but I said, you know what? Let's get ready to drive out of the driveway on Monday. So let's do the training on Saturday and not the following Saturday, if you understand my meaning. So the first thing is you want to take the very, very first step. Now, why taking action now matters. Tammy, yours.
Yeah, I mean, taking action now, it's all about building momentum, you guys. If you want to build momentum, you don't wait halfway through January, which most people are doing, you guys. So if you want to get ahead of the game, you got to start. If you haven't started yet, you got to start today. You got to start right after this session. Start connecting with people. This is the time that is easy to connect with people, because some people are still on vacation mode. So it'll be easy to connect with people. I've been doing this all morning right up until this session, and I'm easily connecting with people, you guys. So you got to be doing that if you want to build momentum. Okay, early wins. That's what's exciting. When you get those wins early on in January, it just fires you up to do more. And that's what you want to do. You want to constantly get fired up, get energy, find that energy to connect with people. Because when you're on fire and you're excited about something, I'm telling you, people are going to look. Whatever you have to say, they're going to look at it. Okay. So you got to have that energy and keep that up high. And January actions obviously are going to set the tone. That's the key. You got to jump in right away.
Now, what's important here is to give you some guidelines. Some of you are wondering, well, how much hour do I need to put to make that much money? Well, let me tell you one thing. It's not how hard you work, folks. It is the consistency, and it is also the people you bring into your social network that has a social network. That's what you're looking for. But in line to this slide here is daily activity for success. Because listen, some of you have jobs, and it's quite understandable. Tammy and I have been full time in this industry for God, 28 years
Long time.
plus, 29 now, actually, probably close to 30, to be honest with you. I stopped counting. But the point here is there is a difference between the part timers and the full timers as far as the time frames that you put your invest. But one thing here is working hard and talking to a lot of people does not mean you're going to make it. Because there's a lot of folks that will talk to a fraction amount of people you may, and suddenly, poof, they'll hit Sapphire, and they'll hit Ruby, and they'll hit Diamond. Why is that? It's because of the social network, but also what you're lacking skills, you need to make up in numbers. Understand that. And as you are making up those numbers, your skills will improve. You will get better at communicating, your posture, your confidence, all that will improve. It doesn't matter what you promote. It is the consistency and the persistency of sharing the information to your social network. And don't be afraid of offending. And again, of course, there's ways to approach. And if you go back to previous trainings, you can go back to the GVO YouTube channel, and there's a playlist with the Success Cycle series. Go back to those and listen to how to prospect, how to invite, how to follow up, because these are all the building blocks. We're not going to repeat them. They're there. We're certainly going to do new versions that are going to come out. And, just because the times keeps evolving, and these files, will replace some of those trainings into the playlist. But I really suggest you go back there and sharpen the saw and then apply what we're telling you here. So our part-time commitment is 5 to 10 prospecting action. Okay.
Really?
So what's happening here is the beautiful link that is provided to you with God Backup. Don't procrastinate what the link provides. Just start sharing it. But there is a few options you can choose from. If you go back to your back office, you will notice that when you look at whatever language you select, and if you have the VIP, you can have your own, it's also included with a marketing email campaign, folks. This is coming for free to you. People have to spend a lot of money to have an email campaign to promote their business. You got it for free for $9.97. Folks, this is way more than just God Backup. This is a complete marketing system for $9.97. It does not exist anywhere in the world. I guarantee you. Know what you have, because these are all benefits that you can share to your prospects, as when they say, well, why should I use God Backup instead of Dropbox, or it's still on my iPod? Everything's automatic. Yeah, but that's all they provide to you, which is wonderful. But God Backup is providing to you a whole ecosystem, not only to provide a cloud service, but also to provide with all the marketing tools included, which normally any one of us have to pay quite a bit of dollars to have an email marketing system available to you. So again, back to the part-time commitment is 5 to 10 prospect. Okay. And what I suggest here is 2 to 4 invitations. Invitations to what? Invitation to the presentation that we do on Friday, the presentation that any of your leaders are doing with their webinars, the invitation on the corporate presentation that Joel offers on the Wednesday evening. In some presentation, you might be more comfortable than others. Some are in French, some in Italian, some are in Spanish. Wonderful, amazing presentations. But invite, and then you need to follow up. Understand that some people are going to look at information, and then life gets in the way, kids gets in the way. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm talking about, right? Of course, it's a family, right? What I'm saying is things are going to get in the way of your activities in this campaign. And we can talk about also negotiating with your families on giving you an opportunity to give you the time to do what you have to do. But we understand that as a part-timer, 2 to 3 follow-ups is critical. And remember, if you introduce the information to someone, don't just walk away. Follow up with them as to what they like best, not what you think. Again, that's part of the training. There's a logic as to why we say, what did you like best, starting with a positive note, opposed to if a person might have a negative mindset, well, you know what? They're going to come up with a negative answer. So that's why what did you like best forces the people to answer on a positive note. That's why we want you to go back to these trainings, because it's designed to give you the best possible results. Now, if you're a full-timer, that's 20 to 30 prospect action. Okay. So this could be weekly, this could be daily for some. It depends on you. But this doesn't mean that you're talking to the person. You might be sending emails, you might be responding to a text, whatever that is. It could be in your signature on the bottom. Make sure that everybody on a daily basis, anywhere between 20 to 30, are you're prospecting. And from there, you want to do 6 to 8 invitations, 6 to 8 invitation, and 4 to 6 follow-ups. And as you are doing these things, what's going to happen through the law of numbers, some are going to look, some are going to enroll. And what I really like, for example, there was a prospect just before the holidays that was asking me about how can I get more information about God Backup. I turn around and I send him my link. And the link provides the videos, information. And if they put their name and email, they start receiving email. But that person just enrolled on the spot. Isn't that awesome? This is also going to happen. But if you don't do the activities of constantly passing the link to your prospects, nothing is going to change for you. And the people that are ranking up, and I want to congratulate again Dr. Kiwi, who just hit double diamond. I know Enio and I just hit sapphires. I know that Godfred just hit emerald. And I know there's many others I may not be aware at the moment that is ranking up. Okay. So the fact here is these folks, why they rank up, they are constantly passing the torch, constantly sharing information to the prospect. So the next slide, Tammy, is how to invite effectively.
Yeah. And I'm not a script person. There's a script here that you can follow or customize a script that's going to work for you if you need that guideline to help you, to initiate, to create some excitement for people to have a look at it. But at the end of the day, when you personally connect with people, it's better by voice. Okay, because when they can hear your voice and they hear the passion and excitement on what you're up to for 2025, they'll be at least open to have a look. And if they're not, it's because they got a lot of things on their plate. So you could always say things to them like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can see you got a lot of things on your plate. We're going into momentum, but if it's something that you want to take a couple months and wait, and we'll reconnect. Put options out for people to reconnect with you, and tell them it's not going to take a lot of their time. They need to know that it's not going to take a lot of their time to check something out. Just check it out. See if it's something for you. See if it's a fit for you. Because if it's a fit for them, then you're going to move forward into conversation or just getting them signed up. All right. So make sure that you're constantly actively connecting with people. Be authentic, be enthusiastic constantly. I've been doing that recently and it's really, really working. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time, so we know. And you want to keep your messages short. Maybe that's why a prepared script for yourself can be very, very helpful. And just don't take anything personally. If you're a person that takes things personally, put that on your goal this year, not to let anything get to you. All you're doing is delivering information for people to have a look. That's all you're doing. Either they're open to look or they're not open to look. Or not now because their lives are busy. And most of the time that when people say no, it's because they got something going on in their lives. And you got to be understanding. Don't just cut it off, you guys, because you may miss a diamond in the rough by just letting that go. Okay. Move things forward. Always do that. Okay. Follow up, follow through, follow up, follow through. Okay, moving things forward, having conversations that's going to move it to the next conversation, even if they don't have the time. I've talked to people over the years that didn't have the time. One person in particular for a whole year, and that person, once they got started, they just ran, right? So it's important to honor people and not try and shove anything down people's throat. Use your passion and excitement for people to be curious to come to you, that want more. All right. That's how you build networks. Okay. If you're pushy, if you get frustrated, you need to walk away. Well, not in the conversation, but, take a little break, go do what I told you to do earlier, and come back with a fresh mindset, fresh energy. Come back with fresh energy and get on the phone again, or get online and connect with people. When I'm on Facebook, I leave voice messages on my messenger. I don't leave text, you guys. They need to hear your excitement about the year, where you're going, and have that conversation where you want to meet them on a coffee chat or something. You'd love to know what they're up to. Okay? All these conversations lead to the invite. All right. And look at Dr. KOA. That's absolutely phenomenal. And that's what you have to do. You have to do the numbers. All right. And don't limit yourself. Chris kind of gave you a guideline of the minimal, right, to do, but don't stop there. Just do your numbers, because you're going to have days where you can't do as many numbers. All right. And the more you do, the more excited you get, the more into momentum and rhythm you get into the prospecting process and the inviting process. Make sure that you have your agenda. I like to do things by hand. I always have my virtual calendar as well, but I like to jot things down by hand really fast, and then I organize it in my calendar, especially when it comes to notes, because in the follow up and follow through, you're going to have notes of your conversations. Keep those notes, you guys. This is really, really important, because you can start a conversation based on what you talked about, even if it was 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, whatever. You can just start in that conversation right away based on the notes that you took on the conversation you had. Okay, I'm kind of throwing a lot of ideas out to you, and this is what Chris and I have been doing for so many years. Relationship building is what you want to do. All right? You want to build strong quality relationships, because if the timing's not working now, guaranteed that they're going to be in. It's just a matter of timing. You have to understand that.
I totally agree, Tammy. And you see the invitation here, folks. This is not what we're telling you to say. It's just a benchmark. It's a guideline. We do recommend for you to modify it as you see fit within your social network's needs. But I would recommend, if you don't have anything, just learn this one and make sure that you memorize it. This is your homework. So, hi, Mary. I just came across an amazing opportunity I believe could be a great fit for you. Can I send you a quick invite to a Zoom session where you'll learn more? It only takes 20 to 40 minutes. It really depends. And it could potentially change your year. That piques curiosity. And maybe some of you have some marketing skills that I'm not aware of that you may want to work around that and make it more your own. But it's just a benchmark, a guideline. Okay. But learn, if you don't have a script, you haven't spoken to anybody, and sending an email, yes, that will do. But I'm telling you, nothing compares to a human to human interaction. Nothing compares to it. So I highly recommend you follow up on this recommendation, is to actually physically speak to someone and not just send an email and hide behind the technology. Now, you're going to come across that. What to say when they say, hey, I'm too busy. I'm not interested right now. I need more information. Don't be feared. Don't get offended. Don't get scared in thinking that you're doing something wrong. It is part of the process. People are busy. They really are. And often people are getting a fraction or half of what they were getting for the same amount of work. So they work twice as hard to be able to maintain the lifestyle that we're accustomed to before the big reset, if you understand my meaning. When I say about the big reset is during the pandemic segments from 2020 to 2022, 2023, a lot of things have changed. And so people are, in many cases, are a bit worried, and I'm putting it mildly. So understand that some folks are a little bit nervous right now. So you have to be understanding of all of this. And here's an answer as a response. Listen, I understand you're busy and I understand that things may not be right for you, but this is exactly why I think this could be helpful for you. The session is only 20 to 40 minutes and it could make a big difference for your year. And here's the thing. The price point is just below $10. And it comes with a complete marketing systems. You got 6 terabytes. You understand what I'm doing here is I'm selling the benefits. So it's normal that someone is going to say, no, not right now. It's just not, I'm just not ready, whatever the situation may be. That is a reaction because let's face it, especially in North America, folks, Canada, United States, Mexico, Australia, many of the markets, Ghana, Nigeria. I mean, at the end of the day, we're bombarded with deals and opportunities. You look at your TikTok, how many times someone will say how you can be rich doing whatever. People are annoyed and tired of it. So that's the reason when you come in, you're just one out of many. You have to be different. And the difference will come across with your posture and your belief in the vision of what we have. Because let's face it, folks, $10 a month, it's kind of, let me rephrase that, not kind of, it's very rare that you're going to see such an opportunity that provides so much for $9.97. It doesn't exist. This is the reason why it caught my attention. Because we have friends from all over the world that I know that the dollar got stronger. In some cases, it went 10 times, if not 15 times stronger than before. And whatever they were buying with the dollar became 15 times more expensive. So I needed to find a place and I find an opportunity that can satisfy everybody. And whole and behold, we found something and people are getting results and they're getting paid. So I'm telling you this, so you keep that in mind as you are prospecting and talking to folks, and folks are coming to you with some resistance. They don't know what you know. You have to project that information for them to see the benefits. Okay, so remember, this training, folks, we're not really going through the how-tos. We're kind of give you a bit of an ecosystem, the environment, the mindset to prepare. Because we're going to have many trainings, and throughout the trainings for the next 3 months, we're going to be covering a lot of things. We're going to be redoing some trainings that we've done on the inviting, the prospect. We'll redo some of those things. Really important. Right now, today, I see 107 in attendance in this training at this moment. We should have 500 to 1,000 by the next 90 days. So it's important that every time someone new comes in, you bring them on board so they have a place to evolve and learn and understand that this is much, much bigger than just an app, if you understand my meaning, okay? The app is amazing. I love God Backup. You wouldn't believe how much I use this to share stuff, and even my accountant and lawyer, whatever. I use my links that I provide in the information, and it works perfectly. Also, in some cases, we do some collaboration, right? So I'm just kind of, again, I'm throwing some things out there so you keep that in mind. And I know that we had some questions on how can I find a marketing system and all of these things. At the end of this presentation, there's only 2 more slides and we're done here. At the end of this presentation, I'm just going to point you to where to find this email campaign. And there's some trainings that we've done. If you go through the trainings, you will just look for a subject, email campaign or email training or whatever. And it's all there. We've been doing this for the past 19, 20 months right now. So there is a lot of trainings that are out there. So keep in mind, when someone says no, it's an opportunity for you to educate them without really putting information down their throat, but for them to understand what they're saying no to. And if it's no now, that's okay. You can ask them, is it a no for now? Because there's so much going on. Would you be open for me to stay in touch with you? And every time there is, news coming out, I'd love to share that with you. Would you be open to that? I would say that 99% of people, out of fear of loss, are going to say, sure, keep me in your mailing list. And that's where the email campaign can really serve you well. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah. So the key is to be in action, you guys. Get organized. It's very, very important to have a schedule. Set your schedule times on your schedule. One thing that you can do is have a benefit sheet, because some of you in the moment you might not think of all the benefits that person needs to hear. I mean, you don't want to share every benefit, but based in conversation, you can share a couple of key benefits for them to be part of this, whether it's opportunity benefit. And those of you who know the comp plan well, you're going to throw out some exciting benefits. And maybe, Chris, we can put a sheet together for the opportunity benefits, the key benefits, so that everybody can have that on Telegram. And also the Facebook group, we could add it. But I know I created something for benefits for the product itself that we can share and we can add. And you know what? You're going to learn a lot by showing up to presentations. The leaders that are giving great content here in the comments are sharing a lot of benefits through the presentations and in the comments. So jot these down. And when you have this available, then it's easier for you to be able to communicate it, right? So that's why it's important to be organized. When you're organized, things just flow so easily. All right. Mm-hmm. So if you're not a person that's organized, that's another thing that you might add to your list of what you want to improve on in your skills is organization. That's one thing that Chris and I are pretty good at is organization. Even in our travels, and we're talking on how structured we are, but we've learned the structure through our industry. And the more structured and organized you are, the more productive and goals that you'll achieve. Yeah, when you're structured and organized. And guess what? You have more time for yourself too when you have that structure and organization. All right.
And you know what? So, sorry, Tammy, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was inspired by something here. Share your progress in our next session.
Yes.
Next week, tell us what you've done. How many people are looking? Maybe you've signed up a few folks. Maybe because of that, you moved up a pin rank. That's the kind of food, right? That's the kind of information that is food for motivation. Really, really important.
So and Dr. KOA was sharing the cheat sheet. Yeah, you definitely want to have the sheet of your prospecting, your inviting, your follow-up. People and you know what, showed Tammy? Up to a presentation.
I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them what we've created. I'm using the Now site. You don't have to buy this, guys. You can use my link and have access to all of this stuff. It's completely free for you to access this. And at the end of the session, I'll show you where you can access these. And I know that many of you leaders may also have it, but I know we have a lot of orphans here that don't have necessarily a mentor or someone to help them. And we want to be that for you. So we don't have to be in the same downline. This is where, when I'm saying where we're paying it forward, right? We want to help the entire company because let's face it, our cycle value increases as the company makes more profits. So the fact here is we want to help you grow. We want to help you evolve. Sorry, Tammy, was there anything else we're going to add as we change slides?
No, I like the idea that you put out there, and I know Dr. KOA expanded on it. This is accountability. Right? We're not going to be accountable to ourselves. We need the environment to be accountable to. And what better way every Saturday morning as you guys hop on, share some things in the comments of how many people you talk to, the results that you're getting. And that can help also with Chris and I with our training itself to expand on some of the challenges that some are getting. But at the end of the day, the more you practice in conversations and moving people to make a decision, the more you practice in that, it just becomes natural. Okay, Chris and I are very you guys are probably going to say that. You guys are so good at this. Yes, of course we're good at this. We've been doing it for years and years and years. It's just a natural thing for Chris and I to easily connect with people when it comes to business. We're passionate about it. We have had lots of success over the years, and it's not to toot our horns. It's called practice. We practice a lot. And that's how come we were able to get better and better and better. Can we get better? Absolutely. So
I totally agree.
yeah. So the key is to be constantly putting a challenge too. Don't just settle. Don't make it a year of settling, you guys. You want to be better this year? Put some challenges out to yourself. Ask your sponsor to keep you accountable. Ask for help when you need help. Show up to the trainings to get inspired and into action. Show up to the presentations with guests so you can learn about, the opportunity. Obviously, the goal is for you to present. If you're presenting regularly to people, you're making money. I can guarantee you're making money. So put all these things of skill building that you want to improve on throughout the year, get totally into action in connections and in invitations, and watch your business grow.
So let's rise to goal together. I know that
Yes.
some of you have passed that level.
And you're
What
building
our
goals.
goal is in this campaign, and that's what the whole campaign is based on, is to reach goal. And it's not really hard. I'm going to point you in the right direction in a minute on where you can find all the information you need to build your business. But folks, it is important that you get into momentum. And this starts today. And the momentum will not occur because you're starting today. It is the daily action that will drive the momentum, that will get you into success. So what's important is you want to master the invitation and handling objections. We have these trainings. I'm going to spend a few minutes as we end this. This is the last slide here, folks. A few minutes just to tell you where to find this information. I'm going to go. I didn't plan this today. I'm just doing it based on the questions. I'm realizing let's make that available. It's on this call. Okay. This is your time, folks, but you need to commit to the process, and you need to you need the results, right? And I'm telling you that results will follow in doing these things. So let's shift over. And that's just my background screen here. Hold on. Hello. Wake up. There we go. Okay, so let's use Safari here. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to do this in real time. So very first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go to where you can find all the information. Now, that link is not going to work for you. I'm going into my account right now. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second. Should be, there we go. Okay. Just 1 sec. Let me go into, I think it's right under Teams. I'm going to provide that link right here. Let's see. Right here. Okay. Good. This link over here, I'm going to post it right into the comment. Okay, it's right there. So you're going to see here, getting started guide, prospecting message, signing up, opportunity presentation, the compensation plan. As you click on these things, you're going to see that there's a lot of wonderful trainings, and I put all that together. This is the compensation plan PDF that the company offers. And as you click on this, it will take you to the actual compensation plan. Okay. So you can also share these things with your prospects, but just venture in all of this. This is designed to support your activities. Okay. Now, the other thing that's important here is if I go to my God Backup account, and I'm going to log in. This is something that every one of you have access to. Let me just put my fingerprint here. Gotta wait for it to log in. Here we go. Okay. Now, someone was asking, where is the email campaign? You see where it says lead capture system? You click on that. Everybody has access to this. Okay. And what's happening here is when you click on follow-ups, okay, whenever someone opt in with the link that you provide, which I'll point you in a minute here, what's happening is you're going to find here, it's called pre-enroll. Everybody has that. But most of you, most likely, this is empty. There's nothing there. But these are emails that you can create. Okay. And there's a video here that you can watch to explain to you how to do this. Or you can go back on our training segment, which I'll show you in a minute, where we explain exactly how this works. If I click on the eye here, I can monitor the very first one. And this is the one that Tammy and I did. Okay. Basically, I just mentioned that there is a product, there is an opportunity. And when you click on this, it invites them to sign up. Okay. So it's really, really simple. And we've done many trainings for you to access to all of this. So how do they get these emails? Well, let me show you. So when you click on Got Backup and you use on reseller tool, this is, let's say, English. Every one of you have access to that. So from there, you'll notice that there are some links. We'll wait for the page to come up here. We're doing this in real time. Okay. This is probably the most common one that people use. And you can certainly, when you send that to someone, so if I click on this link, okay, which you might have shared within your email or social media platform, and after they watch the information over here and they put their name and their email, where do they end up? Well, they end up right into your lead capture system. So I'm going to go back there again. Just open another session so I don't lose this page. Okay. And again, you select follow-ups. And then you would select pre-enrollee. Okay. And of course, these are the ones that I have. Okay. And you can see here, don't let Emily's story happens to you. These are provided by Got Backup. If I click on this, okay, and the email is sent out, okay, this email here points to this video.
And share where they can access that, Chris.
Yes, I will.
So they can use the tools.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm trying to give people, again, I always empower them to sign up. Every email will have that. Okay. So, and I need to update this because obviously it says 2024. So I'll take care of that today. But the point here is this information is available to you. It's all part of your back office. If someone wants to sign up right now, they don't want to pre-enroll, send them this one over here. And in fact, instead of sending that link, if you click on Get Started Today, look what happened. They add a few more parameters here, right? These are just words that the website recognizes, and it will skip and go right here for them to click the button and enroll on the spot. And this is exactly, remember the lady that was telling me, that was telling you on a call earlier that she was interested, how she can get started? Well, this is what I did. And she signed up in 5 minutes. She was enrolled.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you want to pay with crypto, you can choose what you want. Okay. If you want to pay with your credit card, here it is. So again, folks, Tammy was mentioning earlier, okay, where to access this. Okay. So let me bring this
extra
back
promo
here.
tool.
Yeah. So I probably don't need this anymore. Okay. So if you go to extra promo tool, there's a lot of information here. So for example, social media, promotional video, you click on that, the new oil. This is something that's brand new, by the way.
Yeah.
Really, really, really
Look
good.
at all the languages, you guys.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's French, Hindi, Italian, Japanese. I mean, we could go on. It's so awesome. They provide everything we need. Let me just go back. Training videos. LC. I haven't seen what these. Oh, look, they put all the training videos available in your back office right here.
Yeah.
Really nice,
They're
easy.
always expanding and adding stuff. So you got to be present to your business and show up and check this out because they're always adding stuff. I noticed recently they're doing really, really well adding
Yeah.
things. So
So promo
leverage,
content over
leverage,
here.
leverage.
Yeah. If you go in English, and here's something that's really important. You need to understand the compensation plan, folks. And we've done training on those things. And I'll finish on that note. But all the information here on what's the customer acquisition bonus, what are the tier, what are matching, the cycle match bonus, generation bonus, what is all this? It's all explained here. But let me expand on that. If I go to YouTube, okay, and then I search for, okay, this is a session that we're doing live right now. Let me go right to that channel. Okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it into the chat. Okay, so everybody bookmark this. Okay, and I was pointing out to the playlist earlier. I was referencing the playlist. Success Cycle series. You can see here the full playlist and prospecting, inviting, following up. See, it's only 296. This should be bigger than these. But this is the initial contact. This is the invitation, right? And then you have third-party credibility. This here is the reason why Tammy and I have made a fortune in this business. It's because we've mastered the third-party credibility power. Handling objection, very important. Okay, it's all there. If I go back a little bit, and let's go back to the trainings here. Okay, these are the trainings that we're doing. Like this one here will be on top once this call is over. I'll put it on top. But unlock your potential with God Backup. Join. Let's see here. Comprehensive God Backup Q&A session. Prospecting techniques. Let's see here. This was an event that was hosted by the company with the new features. Making the most of your cloud. This is making the most. You know, some of you are asking about the benefits. Well, that's a great training here. That should be like 1,000 views. All the benefits that are available to you. Let's see here. There's a lot of other things here. Getting started right. These are campaigns that we've done last year. Handling objections, really important, which is also part of the Success Cycle series. Fundamental building strategy. Making the first circle work from you, building from, that was extracted from Randy Gage. Some of you may know him. Mastering email marketing. Hello, this is what I was talking about. Mastering email marketing and content creation with God Backup and Chat GPT. I don't know about you. That should be like 2,000 views. It's just people don't know it exists. But all the information is there. So we're giving you, with this session here, this is the ecosystem we created for you. Make sure your downline is aware of all this so they know where they can access all the data, all the info they need to build their business. Tammy, is there anything else I should cover I did not cover?
You covered quite a bit. Yeah, the key is to get into action, you guys, and take this business serious. Those who take it serious are the ones that are going to thrive. Jason had a question, Chris. If there was a video just for customers only, and there's not that I'm aware of.
Here's what we can do here, guys. Let me go back to my screen again, because in line of that, I would offer this one here. Okay. Yeah. And I know that we're working on getting just a customer approach. I do understand where you're coming from with that, because some companies may not be interested in the industry per se, but they want the service. That's totally normal. But here's the next best thing right now. If you click on this link here, okay, this particular video, it's actually quite good. Okay, it references a little bit of the opportunity, but honestly, it's very soft. It's really, really soft. It's a great video. See, that's a great one. So I would send them that link. And if they're interested, right? Let me just go back to, okay, over here. I like the yearly because it's a much better value. Okay. If they don't want to become an associate, they just want to become a customer, you can check this off. Okay. I would keep this one on because this is $10 a year, which again, nickel and dime, do the math. And it's a third party data center, which is a protection. If God forbid something happens to the Office of God Backup, your data is stored to a third party. It's like an insurance policy. So, but again, you have the option to do what you want. But look, what happens here, let's say I remove that for a moment. This is what we're promoting. Okay. That's exactly what we're promoting for customers. That's all there is to it. Okay. So it's a pretty straightforward thing. And I think that might be the best answer. But I know that we're constantly evolving, we're constantly moving forward, and stay tuned for announcements. I know we have a virtual event that's coming in on January 11th. The last call we did last week contains all the details and all the dates. And we'll make sure that next call, I will make sure to have all these dates available for you so you can always be in line with what we're promoting and what we're doing. Okay. Anything else, Tam, that I missed on questions or comments?
Often we may have a focus on customers, and this isn't just for you, Jason. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, just in conversation with people, unless you're just doing this online and you're focused just on customer building, you'd be surprised how many people have sleepless nights because they're searching, they're praying for a way to increase income. And you never know. You could be that person that could literally transform their lives. Because if they see this and they're hungry enough, they could do great things with Got Back Up. So, yeah, my message is to, if you are personally connecting with people, make sure that they're aware of the opportunity as well, because you don't want to not share this with them, because they may be looking for something and this could be the right vehicle for them.
I agree, Tammy. And this is one of the reasons why I suggested to use the video that's in the second link, that the one on the right-hand side I was sharing with you. And it's because it is so light, but at least it's not hiding. But I do understand where you come from. They are some corporate. They're not, they have their business. They have and I get that. And I know we're working on something that is completely isolated for customers, and especially the trial for 7 days. The free trial for 7 days. This is coming here, folks, and this is going to be so exciting. I'm not sure exactly when Got Backup is going to be ready to release that, but I know they're very, very close. I kind of saw a template of it, and it's really awesome. 7 days. Could you imagine, folks? This is where we're going to get to a whole new level, because people can sign up for free, try the software, stop uploading their stuff, and think about it. If I've uploaded 1.8 terabyte, which takes about a day or so, depending on where you live in the world, but generally in North America, with the new backup system to back up my computer, my desktop, it was about a day and a half or so to do 1.8 terabyte. That's very fast, right? So once it's there, what do you think they're going to do? Is I don't want to lose that. Right? They're going to enroll. So make sure that once this is out, that they install the software and they start backing up their stuff and have a wonderful experience. I'm telling you, some of you are going to do so well. You're going to hit diamond in no time. And if this is happening in your downline, you understand how that will benefit you as you understand the compensation plan. So folks, the future is so bright. I'm really, really excited. And Tammy and I, again, are encouraging you not to show up alone, but show up with your team on our next call. This call was an introductory. We're getting started and we're moving forward. And I'm telling you that we are looking forward to produce many, I don't mean us produce, but for the company to produce multiple diamonds. I know I have my goal on how many diamonds I want to produce within my line of sponsorship, but you should also have yours. And the company is doing everything it can to provide you with all the information. And remember, the company is constantly evolving. Don't get stuck on a small problem. Just get over it and move forward and communicate. And remember that the Telegram group is not a support system for admin stuff. You have to go through your back office. You have to go to your back office and deal with the court, because we don't have access. These are people like you and I that are supporting the members in there to help you grow your business. That's what the Telegram group is all about. It's not a corporate support system. Just sort of mentioning that as we end. So everybody have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay tuned for all the presentations that are coming in. If you're doing a presentation within your environment for your team and you would like to have people attending, remember that your presentation have to be neutral. Okay, don't put your personal link or anything like that. Otherwise, it will kind of create an uncomfortable environment for folks that may choose to come to your meeting to watch you present. Just be mindful of that. Tammy and I have always been very sensitive to these kind of things, and we have done very well in our industry. We do not need to, you understand my meaning, right? To put your personal stuff when you know there's people coming from all different direction to look. It's going to elevate your profile, and as your profile elevates, your downline will look up to you. And I'm telling you, this is how it pays it forward. So last words, Tammy, as we end.
Let's get running, you guys. Let's seriously get focused. Chris and I are also in the 90-day game, so we're super pumped. The goal is to build up to a gold. If you're not a gold yet, that's got to be your January gold. Your focus is gold. Your goal is gold. Okay. And then as you bring people into your business, you want to get them on board as quick as possible in the 90-day session, because your goal is to, obviously, copper is the fundamentals. It's the building blocks, right? The coppers, build the coppers, one left, one right, copper, right? But you want to build golds. Once you're gold, you can teach people how to do it. You've done it yourself, right? So in the program, you're going to be able to really run with this. And it's just our first 90-day session. We're going to have lots of exciting campaigns and stuff throughout the year, so you can grow and create some serious momentum with your organization. Now, next week, January 11th, Chris, it's going to be a company event. They may have it at different times, so stay tuned to the emails and put everything on your schedule. It's got to be on your schedule. If it's not in your schedule, you won't honor it. And honor your schedule, by the way. So you want to make sure that you have all the trainings, team trainings, company trainings, opportunity presentations to do all your invites, and make sure you have January 11th on your schedule as well. For the training segment, Joel may replace the training. We'll see. And put March 28th, 29th, and 30th on the schedule. That's going to be the company event. This is going to be the big event to launch the year. Okay, so make sure all of these things are on your schedule for you to be attending.
Have a great weekend, folks, and thank you so much for your wonderful feedback and attendance, and we look forward to thrive with all of you. Bye for now.